G'day again, this is Dave. Sorry I didn't introduce myself last time. So we've done the unboxing. I'm now going to do the assembly. Don't know where Harvey's gone. He's not here to help me anymore. When it comes to the hard work, the cat disappears. Go figure. So look, it's pretty straightforward. I've had a quick read of this, so it sounds like I know what I'm doing. So first bit is to assemble the shaft, and it just says check that the washers are in there. That's just these units here, so they're already in there. Then you take the middle section. It's pretty easy to figure out which one. Male screw on one end, female on the other, and they're a nice stainless steel screw with O-rings to stop any water from getting in there. So they've really thought of everything. It goes together quite nicely. Once you reach the O-ring, you can really feel it starting to bite. Very nice. And it's the same with this one. There's an O-ring on that one, and that just screws in there. So this is a metal shaft. Feels like metal. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't believe it's carbon fibre. It's probably aluminium. And you know it's a top one because it doesn't have a screw bit in the end, so it's impossible to get them all mixed up. Section 2. So we're going to take one of the coils. Doesn't matter which one. We'll start with the 10x6. So we'll get the cord all unwrapped, which has been tied up by an ex-sailor. They've obviously hired a sailor. There's some sort of fancy knot involved there. And we just, presumably we take that out. We'll pop that over here. Be careful not to break the window behind me. And that's a nice tight fit in there too. That's you know, the dimensions on this are all really very, very nice. Yeah, get the hole lined up. And screw that in there. Yeah, it's obviously not lined up on the other side. Geez, I have troubles getting my holes lined up. Don't laugh. Right, there we go. So you can, yeah, you can get that pretty tight and stop the shaft from moving. I don't know whether that's ideal or not, but we'll get to that. The next bit is we're going to pop this, presumably on this upper section of the shaft, by selecting one of these doodads. Alright, so I'm just sliding that on from the end of the shaft. I'm just going to pop it down here so that it's nice and visible on the video. I'm going to pop it up there like that so we're roughly in the right position. So the key here is to get this little keyway lined up, push that up there, and of course I've forgotten to put the one on the other end. You know what? I've also put it back to front. Jeez. Hey, I told you I was a novice. I'm just going ahead and proving it, that's all. Alright, so one that way. And one this way. And look, tip for beginners, I just did that just to show you the way not to do it. So you always want the control panel facing the operator. It's not much use facing in the other direction unless you're a child of less than 8 years old and you don't reach up that high. There's a joke in there somewhere. Right, so that's roughly it for number 3. We're going to do number 4, which is attach the armrest to the upper shaft. And don't be fooled, all right? There are 2 of these, and one goes on one way and the other goes on the other way. And you line that up in a similar fashion thusly. presumably do that up. Blah, blah, blah. Wrap the cable around the shaft and connect the control box. Alright. So, because the cable was previously tied by that sailor, it's already in somewhat of a coil shape, which helps. Thank you. I don't know how many times you're meant to wrap it around. Does it say? Wrap the cable around the shaft and connect. It doesn't actually say how many times. Presumably, if I just put this out here, let's have a quick look. I guess I'm a short ass, so I'm going to be operating somewhere down here, because you want it in a comfortable position. I'll show you that in a sec. Like that, that's about right. So I guess once you've got it roughly in the right position, you'll then have a fair idea of how many times you want to wrap it around this shaft and how close the coils of the wrap need to be. Make it look as neat as possible, I guess. And you want to leave enough slack so that you can then plug this nicely into here, which hopefully I have. A good old din pin. Gee whiz, eh? Is that what they still call them? I'm going back to the 70s hi-fi days. Oh yeah, like there's a little slot in the plug, and that lines up with a pin at the top. So just like that. Don't twist it once you've got it in. Those pins are pretty small. Then of course all you do is you screw that up. Once again, a really nice stainless steel fitting. It just reeks of quality everywhere you look. Everything feels quality. And then we go the battery. So I've had the battery on charge. I don't know whether it was charged, but I just thought I'd pop it on there and give it a quick charger. Now, is there only one way you can put this in there? Well, the little springs are at the bottom, so those... Okay, let's try. I'll try and put it in the wrong way. Yeah, you can. But the terminals for these connectors are at the bottom, so these go downwards. So as you can see, just make sure I'm not making an idiot of myself. They slide in there like that, and our little cover comes on. So the unlock position, again, nice click, twist to lock. That was really lovely, and I'm led to believe this is a good way of lining it up. Just make sure you've got your search coil in the same plane as the control panel. Do that up. We'll do up the cuff. And we'll do that up. What have we got left over? You always worry when you've got stuff left over, right? What's that? Don't know. Does it tell me what that is? Somebody's going to make a comment. Oh, hello. It's a universal shaft adapter. Insert shaft. So okay, so if it's you want to use another shaft, you know, interestingly, excuse me, the shaft they're showing on the instructions. I don't know whether, can you see that? I'm sure that's meant to look like a piece of wood. Hence a broom handle. And when you think about it, you could actually run this with a broom handle. Gosh, that'd be great, wouldn't it? A little bit of nostalgia there. On to the Victorian gold mine, I'm going to use a wooden stick. I'm going to use a wooden stick to detect gold. Watch me. All the rest of this is to do with the other bits and pieces regarding how to detect. It's obviously easy to use because there's like 4 lines of detection information. Oh, I tell a lie, there's all this information on the back. But we'll do that on another video. Thanks for watching. There's the assembly. And just again, that's all set up. Geez, it's nice and light. Wow. I've been using a 1980s version White's Coin Master 5000D, and it weighs about as much as my car. So I ended up with like tennis muscles on my right arm. And that's it. I'll just turn that on and see how much power is in the battery. It's just doing the electromagnetic check, and there's no power at all in the battery. It's giving me an indication there's no power left in the battery, so I'll go and recharge that fully before we continue, and then we'll do a little bit of the setup details in a later video. But again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. No sign of Harvey in this video, but I'm sure he'll be back. Cheers.